My name is Kukuletu and I'm traveling the African continent in search of entrepreneurs who are making an impact in their own communities. This is Profit with Purpose. This is what giving back is all about. This is Chivas, Win the Right Way. Africa is known for its vibrant fashion, colors, prints, and accessories. And today we speak to a lady who specializes in just that. Fashion accessories ranging from shoes to handbags and even corporate gifting items. Eseoghene Odiete Ehikumelo, the founder of HESEY Designs, elicits nothing but oohs and ahs from her customer base here in Nigeria. We caught up with her to find out a little bit more about her passion for fashion and, more importantly, what drives her to continue uplifting women within her local society. I must say that when I read up on your profile and found out that you're involved in fashion and design, I thought quite dynamic for a young female entrepreneur.
Yes.
Let's start there, where the passion for HESEY actually started and what it is that your company actually does.
I've always been passionate about fashion. As a little girl, I wanted to do fashion. First of all, I was a skinny little girl, so most times I loved watching fashion TV to see people who looked like me. I had a lot of low self-esteem growing up because I was skinny and a lot of people were like, you're too skinny. So I saw myself in those models moving around on the runway. So I always wanted to do something in that line. It was when I was in university, I started making t-shirts to sell to my schoolmates and all of that. So leaving school, I knew I needed to follow this full time. I wasn't so much into clothes making. I was more of the accessories and bag making kind of person. So one morning I woke up and I was like, I really need to do this. I don't want to get a normal job. I don't want to go into the labor market and just get into it and then I forget my passion. I need to go into it full time. So I woke up one morning and I was like, this is it. And that was how it all began.
Where did that discipline come from? Because for many other people, they might consider moving into a corporate job for the guarantee of getting a solid income, but you decided to do otherwise. Where was the support structure from and where did the passion and drive actually come from?
I think the passion and drive was inborn because it's been something I've nurtured for a really long time. And okay, I was home for like, after my NYC, in Nigeria, you have a compulsory 1-year service. After that,
what does that mean for someone across the continent who's not familiar?
You have to serve the government for 1 year immediately after university. They post you to different states. You have to work there for 1 year before you come back home to do what you want to do. So after that 1 year compulsory service, I didn't get a job immediately. Of course, I applied because my dad wanted me to get a proper job, and of course, you can't have spent so much money in university and you say you want to start a business, you want to be a tailor, you want to make bags. It was like, really, you want to be a tailor. So I needed to, I applied for jobs and then the jobs weren't forthcoming. So I was like, why wait for this job when I have something I really, really want to do? I could start any which way. So I had 10,000 naira I saved for my NYC.
And let's put that into context. 10,000 naira is actually not a lot of money, right?
No,
just
it's not
over
a lot of money.
$25 US if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it's not a lot of money. That's like $25 US. I woke up one morning and I walked into a market. I had a sample of what I wanted to do. So I couldn't do it perfectly well. I'd watched a lot of videos on Google, on YouTube and all of that, but I was not still, you need to have like a real physical training to be able to learn to do those things perfectly well, especially since you're going to be making it for sale. You're going to be selling to make money. You can't give your customer something which is not really good. So I woke up one morning, I walked into the local market where they do a lot of manufacturing of handmade items here in Lagos, Mushin Market. And I kept walking from factory to factory, from store to store, asking if they knew anybody who could produce a sample of what I was holding. And I walked into a factory, I met a young man, and he was like, yes, he could do it, he has experience and all of that. I'm like, okay, cool, make me a sample. He did a sample, I liked the sample, and that was how it all began. I told him, can you move out of where you're working and come work with me? We'll get our own space, and then we could just start something together. We don't know where it's going to go. We could start something together. So I sold him the vision, I sold him my passion, and he bought into it, and then he moved from where he was. We opened a small space in Mushin. We're paying about 2,000, and that's like $5. When it rains on us. So once the cloud is changing, we pack our bags and ready to run. So we started that, and from there we started making sales, doing marketing online, because we didn't even have money to to open a fancy store or to do all of that. So we're just using basic social media.
How do you try to inspire other young females to become entrepreneurs and move into design?
Knowing how I started, I didn't want a lot of females to have to go through that process. After like 2 years in business, we set up a foundation, a program where we train women, disadvantaged women, women who from humble backgrounds, how to make these things. So we train them how to make it, how to start a business, not just the skill. How do I now start? Okay, now I can make this, I can make accessories, I can make bags. How do I make money from all this I've learned? So they are taught how to start a business, how to write a business plan, how to secure funds, and all of that.
Talking about that, that also speaks to how you view shared success and sharing your vision with other people. Why is that important to you? Because some might say the very same woman you're cultivating might be your competition in future.
If you empower a woman, you're empowering the whole family. She's going to spend her money on her children. She's going to spend her money on education. She's going to spend her money on the family, not on herself alone. She'll take care of her family first. So you're empowering a woman, you're empowering the nation. You're empowering the whole world. The market is big enough for a lot of us. And we also have the artisan network where we get jobs and we outsource to these women in our network. So they are not exactly competition for us. We outsource jobs to them and they do it for us and we sell to our customers. We also have our website where about 25% of the products there are made by these women. And we get a portion of sales, a percentage of the sales of it. So it's a win-win for everybody.
You've done such a phenomenal job in encouraging these women to be entrepreneurs. I understand the number sits at what, between 50 or 100 females so far?
Over 150 women.
Over 150?
Then about 50 of them are well established. They can run on themselves. The rest still come back to us but about 50 of them are well established to run. And they've employed people. They've started their business, they are well settled.
How critical has your journey been where you've actually empowered with other men to walk with you on this journey? Okay,
my main support system has been my elder brother. He's been there from day one.
So he hasn't bullied you, in other words?
He hasn't bullied me, no. He's been like the person who really believed, till now, he still believes in me. When I have challenges, I talk to him. He just makes everything go away. He's very supportive from day one. When we wanted to launch HESEY Designs, he helped with our documentation, our business registration. So that was a man who supported us. He believed in me as a woman.
How do you encourage other entrepreneurs to look at partnerships as a way of sharing success, sharing their vision, and really making a powerful impact on the continent with regard to youth development?
Good partnerships is beneficial to both parties. So I don't see any reason why you shouldn't partner, especially when it's a good one. It's taking your brand to a different level. It's taking your brand to places you can't necessarily go yourself.
It's a win-win for everyone.
Yes.
And that's exactly what we want, people to win the right way.
Yeah.
But how do you get that mindset right, especially given that you're from Delta State? However, you have your business operations here in Lagos. And coming in as a South African, I've seen the hustle and bustle and it's really busy. How do you keep going?
I'm Lagos based, so we're born here, so the spirit and the hustle of us is a part of our being. I block out a lot of the negatives and just focus on the positive aspects of life. I've had times where a staff comes in, they learn all the distance and just walk away. We had to structure properly and employ right and then move beyond that stage, knowing that it's all part of the journey, knowing that we all will have challenges, but challenges only make the story sweeter.
Challenges make the story sweeter?
Yes.
Something else that makes life sweeter is money. How do you balance the success of actually attaining financial wealth and having those rewards come through from your efforts while also trying to make a positive impact on society?
Okay, we sell our products, so we make a lot of money selling our products to different markets. We ship to anywhere in the world, so we make a lot of sales throughout the year. So we have the aspect of our training where we charge people, organizations who want to train their staffs or churches who want to train people in the church. They pay us a certain amount of money and we'll come train.
You've naturally done quite a lot. You're under the age of 30. You've managed to build a powerhouse of an African brand. You're empowering other women and youth across the continent. What's next for you, Ese?
To solidly build our artisan network, to infiltrate more markets with our products. We've started diversifying our products, making more things that we normally don't make to reach out to larger audience, and then we want to empower more women.
Hesey, you've welcomed us into your wonderful home, and thank you so much for inviting us.
You're welcome.
What we're certainly getting to see is the dynamics that you balance as a working mother, having a young son, being married. How do you get the balance right, managing not only a household, but a business as well?
I have a very understanding partner that understands that, oh, I need to be here very early. I may not be able to do everything I need to do, but I'll try my best to do what I have to do for you. But you also understand when I cannot do those things, that I need to be somewhere very important. HESEY Design was my first baby. So I have a real baby now. So it was a whole new world opening up for me, and then giving me more ideas for business. Now I have more reasons to focus on business. I have more reasons to inspire people. I have more reasons to know that, okay, this business has to outlive us. It has to outlive me. I have more reasons to focus on life in general, because I have someone who depends on me, someone who looks up to me.
How do you determine success as a mother, as a wife, and in your family space?
Being successful as a mother means like your home front is well taken care of. Your husband is happy, he's inspired by you, he encourages you, your kids are doing well. Mine is still a baby, so while at least I know he's happy, he's living a normal, good life.
And when he does grow up, what kind of messaging do you hope to leave with him that will inspire him and perhaps influence his worldview and how he also chooses to live his life?
I would want him to know that life can be as beautiful as he wants it to be. He just needs to work towards that. And he should never give up on anything he wants. He can chase whatever dream he has. No matter how big it may seem, everything is possible.
And let's come back to you, though. Obviously, having to balance all of this does become a bit of a challenge, because there's one thing that we all lack in the world, and that's time. So where do you find your own inspiration from? When do you take a rest and a break and really try to get yourself in order?
In the first few months after giving birth was a bit difficult, trying to adjust and all of that. But I learned to work when he's asleep, or when he's doing something that is distracting him from me. Maybe he's playing on his own. This is the time to work. That kind of situation. So I work late at night when he's asleep. So most times at 2 a.m., 1 a.m., I'm up working. I try to catch sleep when he's also asleep during the day, or try to do a bit of work when he's asleep, when he doesn't need so much of me. He started school recently, so it's been a lot easier of late.
We're here in Ikeja, Lagos mainland. Yes. How did you actually decide where you wanted to stay and how to make sure that everything's quite efficient and nearby?
Okay, first of all, Ikeja is a central place. The international airport is in Ikeja. So there's nobody in Lagos that will say they don't know where the international airport is. So that being, okay, I can say office is in Ikeja. A customer, a client will definitely find you in Ikeja, because Ikeja is very central. And work is not too far, and that was intentional. So I can run to the office at 7 p.m. I can run to the office at 9 p.m. if I have to.
And those are some of the efficiencies and measures that have worked for you.
Yes.
How cognizant are you of these major themes when it comes to employing some of your staff, making sure that they also have a good work-life balance, making sure that they also stay nearby work and are able to experience the flexibility that you enjoy?
I try to build a better business. A lot of people complain about Lagos traffic. That one is everywhere. So
tell me about it.
Yes, Lagos traffic. So it would be good to have your employees work close to home. So when we employ people, we look out if your location is really far. No, most times the employee may say, no, it doesn't matter. I could come early and all of that. But we know that over time, it will get frustrating. When you're sending your CV, make sure you are staying within this area. It helps you also in the long run. First of all, they spend less on transportation. Also, when they need to be at the office, maybe earlier than normal, it's not too much stress. And when they close later than normal, it's not also too much stress. So they are able to have enough rest. They're able to save more because distance is not too far from work.
What actually keeps you up at night? What are some of your deepest fears, and most importantly, how do you overcome them?
I'm afraid one day I won't make as much impact as I want to. I'm afraid that one day I'll just be a normal person living a normal life. I'm afraid to live a normal life. I want to live a very impactful, inspiring life. I went really low-key for a long time after I had my baby. So that was like a change in my life for like 8 months. So I felt I was living a normal life. Although every life is in stages. That was a stage to take care of my baby, to build my family and all of that. But at the same time, the fear keeps coming. Hope you won't continue like this. Hope this is not going to last for next 2 years, for the next 3 years, and then in 10 years you are living this life. You get. Thank God for my husband. He was very supportive throughout and kept saying, "Don't worry, just for a while. By a couple of months, you're back to your full energetic self. You're back to work. You're back to business. You're back to what you do best." You get. So I'm afraid to live a normal life.
For someone who might be watching and actually feels that they're living a normal life, what words of encouragement do you have for them to actually step out of their comfort zone?
They just need to step out of their comfort zone. They should chase what they believe in. They should go after their dream, because you can't have it all figured out. I didn't have it all figured out when I started, but one morning I woke up and just said, I'm going for it either way. So once you start, everything begins to fall into place. A lot of things begin to align with your vision. You meet a lot of people who want to buy into your vision. People need to understand where you are going for them to follow you along. I told you the story of how I met our first bag maker. He just bought into the vision. I have friends who were very supportive initially. My photographer was super supportive and all of that. I didn't even have to pay because I didn't have money to pay people. So when you go out of your comfort zone, when you chase your dream, a lot of people just align with your dream, align with your passion, and help you get to where you want to be.
Esee, you've welcomed us into your wonderful office space, and I think for anyone who walks in, they will be intrigued by this beautiful mural that's behind us with some significant keywords which actually speak to the ethos of your business. Talk to us about this beautiful, bright vinyl that we have here.
When you enter here and you see this, you know what we are all about. You see a calabash, you see an African woman, you see the map of Africa. It just shows that we're an African brand.
Tell us a little bit more about the staff that you employ. We've seen a lot of them actually be quite hands-on.
Currently we're a slim team. Because a lot of people go, after learning for a while, we let them go to start their own business. So it's like they come in, stay for a while, then they leave. But we have one key staff who is more of a trainer, along with myself, that trains everybody. So everybody you see here was trained here. They came in with zero skills, but they are very skilled right now.
Why is that important to you, though, making sure that you continue upskilling new people on a consistent basis in your company?
One, to sustain the business, because we can't keep everybody here forever. People have plans, people have goals they want to achieve, they want to move on to other things. But we have an agreement with them: before you leave, you have to pass on the skill you learned here to someone else that will succeed you here. We don't want to get skilled people, just employ skilled people here. It's just that we're employing skilled people. There's really no point in just employing. So the act of training our staffs, one, they learn everything from scratch. They learn the way we do things from here, how we make our products, you know.
Talk to us a little bit more about the training that you do. We saw some young, vibrant ladies who are keen and eager to learn. How do you actually train them physically and also see some of the results from the training?
Every month we try to do between 5 to 10 women. We don't want it too crowded, so we can focus on them. We train them on how to make bags, how to make footwears, how to make accessories. We also train them how to start a business, because not just making it and keeping it to yourself. How do you make money from it? How do you take care of your family through this business skill you just gained? So how to start a business, how to write a business plan, how to even secure funds, organizations that are offering grants. When we have opportunities, we share with you, we help you package your proposal so you could stand a better chance.
And where does the innovation come from to quickly, change the product offering, to look at new ways of using and sourcing your material? Where do you get that inspiration?
Okay, we try to research to see what other people are doing in their business, especially as it relates to us, the fashion industry, the bag making industry. So we go for conferences, we go for events, we just walk into the mall and go to shops to see what kind of bag is in vogue right now, what kind of accessories are people working with. We do a lot of research, we follow top brands to see what are they doing differently, and then we try to work in that line.
What makes your products more unique and very different from some of the other African prints available on the market?
Okay, first, we pay serious attention to details. We offer you creative designs, like unique. There's some products we make that you're like, whoa, was this actually made here? We try to move with the trend. We try to follow luxury top brands to see what they are doing. We're not just mass producing our retail products, especially. We're not just mass producing. We try to follow what top brands do and try to infuse our designs, foreign chic designs, in trendy African ways. So most of the times, that's what attracts our customers to us. Also, we know fashion is also about buying brands. Because most people buy a brand because it's a brand, because it's that brand. So we work tirelessly to build our brand so that you're also buying not because of the beauty of our bag, you're also buying because it's our product.
Well, you've touched on a lot of elements, and you clearly cover quite a few product offerings. You do handbags, you do shoes, you do accessories. Even the chairs we're sitting on have a beautiful African print designed in-house. What's next for you? At this rate, you can obviously take over the world.
Okay, we will go into furniture making because we've been looking a lot into that, and a lot of customers have actually been asking, do you do furniture? But we need to be sure that the market is good enough for us to go in. But for now, we're just introducing more accessories, belts, wallets, and more accessories into our brand.
One last question I want to sneak in before we actually go take a look at your products. You've definitely used technology as an enabler to boost how you reach your customers and your clients, from social media to your online website. Have you found that technology has been the key differentiator for how you access your clients?
Technology has been the key. Yes, it has been the real, it has really helped us in our business. From when we started our initial startup stage, we didn't have funds to open a space and all of that. So it was more of social media, Facebook, more of social media, BBM and all of that. And then even when we meet up with our customers in places, they don't come to the shop. And then when we had enough funds, we launched a website, which gave us access to customers all over the world. They can place their order there and have it shipped to them. So it's been like a major part of our business. We can't do without technology. We can't do without the internet in our business.
Given all these accolades that you've managed to cover over the last few years, do you define yourself as being successful?
Okay, looking back how far I've come, yes, I'm a bit successful, but I'm not yet where I want to be.
Where do you want to be?
Okay, I see HESEY being at the forefront of African fashion. I see our artisan network, the women artisan network, being really huge, that a lot of brands come to produce through them. So we have top brands who come through to use our network of women to produce their own products.
Where do we see HESEY Designs and yourself as HESEY in the next 10 to even 15 years?
So we hope to move with trend.
So you're making sure your business is sustainable?
Yes, sustainable. We have to make it sustainable. So one, corporate souvenirs is a thing that is not going anywhere. We are almost sure of that. Companies give out gifts every year. So we're also going into leather production. Leather goods have been here and they will keep being here. Then for the retail, we work with a lot of prints and all of that, but we know that after a while, it may not be as in vogue as it is. And we also watch the market trend. What are people wanting now in terms of accessories, in terms of bags, or in terms of shoes?
So making sure that the entity can continue to survive and sustain itself in the long term, but also the positive impact that you have on society.
Yes.
And that brings me to comments that you've previously made at various conferences about the importance of entrepreneurship education in schools. How critical is that for you?
Teaching entrepreneurial studies in school is key. It's very, very key. It's extremely key. It helps the individuals to decide at the time of graduation, do I want to get a job or I want to start a business? Do I want to be an employer or I want to be an employee? So at that stage, they know what they are going into and they are ready, they are fully equipped. They've used 4 years to practice, to learn,
Exactly. That's a powerful statement that you've certainly made, and you've also proven that you've taken some bold decisions which have proven to work in your favor. So would you say that you're winning the right way?
Yes, I'm winning the right way.
Well, with that said, Ese, all the best in your future endeavors.
Thank
and
you.
we wish you nothing but the best going forward
Thank you.
to continue winning the right way.
Thank you.